The Formula One announced the refinements to the 2026 regulations, which are set to be made from the Miami Grand Prix weekend onwards. The tweaks to the regulation include adjustment to the energy management parameters, including a reduction from the maximum permitted recharge from 8 megajoules to 7 megajoules. Peak superclip is increased to 350 kilowatts. The maximum power available through the boost mode in race conditions is now capped at 150 kilowatts. MNG UK deployment is maintained at 350 kilowatts in key acceleration zones, but will be limited to 250 kilowatts in other parts of the track. A new low power start detection system has been developed for race start. But what does all that actually mean? Let's imagine a driver doing one lap. On the straights, they have maximum speed, but the car doesn't just rely on the engine. It also uses the battery power for an extra boost. The problem is that the battery doesn't last forever. So at some points in the lap, the drivers have to lift off and slow down slightly to recharge it. Before these changes, that slowdown could be very big. So you could have a car going flat out and another one much slower just because it's recharging. And that's the incident we had between Colapinto and Oli Berman. So what has Formula One changed? First, they reduce how much energy the car can recover. That sounds strange, but that actually means that the driver won't rely that much on recharging, so they won't have to slow down that dramatically. Second, they've increased the power when drivers are attacking, so when the driver goes for an overtake, they still have a strong burst of speed. Third, they limited how much of that power can be used in certain parts of the track, so instead of having cars behaving very differently depending on where they are, their speed becomes more predictable. They also added a system at the start of the race. If a car launches too slowly, the system automatically turns on and gives an extra bit of power. That will help to avoid dangerous situations at the start. And finally, they fixed a small issue where cars didn't always start the lap with the same amount of energy. Now everything resets properly. So when you put this all together, the goal is simple. Drivers don't have to slow down as much, cars behave more consistently, and the speed difference between cars are smaller. Now we just have to wait and see if this works.